Hello everyone and welcome to the Champions League for 2026 Zeren Group CEV Champions League. We have an exciting matchup in Pool A. It's Savino Del Bene Scandicci of Italy coming through the door. They are being hosted by VakifBank ISTANBUL of Turkey. My name, well, I'm Kim, and as always, I'm excited to be your host for this matchup. We are in the VakifBank Spor Sarayi in Istanbul, and the teams arrived moments ago for what is possibly the most important match of the tournament for both of these two teams. They are facing off for the top spot in the pool. It right now belongs to VakifBank with their previous win over Scandicci in Italy, but for this match at home, a lot of confidence. Before we get into the action, we will hear a couple of words from the players themselves.
Because everybody should know.
Hello again, good luck, and two strong teams will face each other tonight. And what's your prediction?
But for sure, we play with one of the best team in the world. Checking in the wall, you see the history of this club. And we know that to reach the first position in the pool will be an hard game today. We need to push with the service because for sure we We need to put Chansu outside with middle blocker and try to work with a good breakpoint position with Markov especially and Boskovic too. But in the first match, Kazut make a great game. So we know that we must make a perfect game today. We will try.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
First of all, good luck. It will be important game and also tough game. What's your expectation and how is your team motivation?
I think everybody here expects a very tough match because we were able to win the last game at their home. So now they come with much more energy than the first game. Also, besides this, this game is very important for both of the team. For us, is to keep first in the rating, and for them also just overall the win. Simply because of this, I feel everybody in our team is very motivated to win. It's a very important match. We play at home. We have our own fans. We play back here in Turkey, so we are expected to show a very good match.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederim.
Well, it's official. These two teams have a lot on the line. It's all serious business in the locker rooms because one of these teams will end up on top. I already mentioned it. These two teams are facing off for the second time this season, but in the head-to-head in recent years, it's really a dead heat. Between two very strong teams. Their first meeting this year was just about a month ago. We're back to one in Scandicci in 4 sets. These two also met in the semifinals of the Champions League. Quick photo before we get started. These two also met in the semifinals of the Champions League last season. VakifBank out of that tournament. It was a 3-0 sweep. And for VakifBank here would mean finishing on top of the pool, but a loss to Scandicci. 3 or 4 sets would mean it all comes down to the math, the algorithm, the wizardry that is behind the scenes that we, of course, mere mortals know nothing about. VakifBank of Istanbul, Scandicci of Italy. Top two in each pool will advance automatically directly to the quarterfinals, and then the 5 second-place teams as well as that highest third-ranked team will play off to reach the next stage. So win here is crucial for each team to get that gold ticket to the quarterfinals. Here's what's happening right now. As well. There's a lot happening in Champions League today. It feels like every single pool has some matches that are super important happening today. This one of the utmost. VakifBank for Scandicci as they're sitting at the top of the pool, as you can see. Both world powerhouse teams. But no one can really compete with VakifBank's resume in this competition. They have 6 Champions League titles. Most recently, they got that one in 2023. That was in Turin. With Giovanni Guidetti at the helm of this team for almost 2 decades now, VakifBank have made another. Consistency is their trademark, another of their very important attributes. Since 2011, they've reached the gold medal time 9 times, which is a record in this competition. There are some of the players on Scandicci's side. Scandicci reached the Champions League final for the first time last season. They actually didn't even drop a set along the way. They're off to their domestic rivals, Cardinal. Now, of course, got VakifBank drawn in their pool. We knew it would be tough for Scandicci to extend that impeccable run in the group stage. Here's a look at who they're facing off. VakifBank returning to the Champions League with a renewed ambition this season after their 4th place finish in 2025. Now, since last season, their roster's undergone some major changes. You can start by looking at the very impeccable throughout the world. former Azajabashi player, two-time world champion with the Serbian national team in 2018 and 2022. VakifBank also have two-time. They also have of France. They have some local stars and fan favorites, Jadsu Ozbay, Chedin Cholu, and Gunesh, of course, who played the silver with Turkey in the 2025 World Championship this summer. VakifBank, they are on top of the table so far. Also on top of the Turkish league table, having dropped just one match in that competition as well. In the group phase for VakifBank, they made amends for their 0-3 loss at Scandicci last season in the semi-final. They are undefeated so far in pool play. 5 wins and they've dropped only 2 sets. Thanks to two-time top scorer of the Champions League in 2017 and 2024. She's been there momentarily. Well, Scandicci, up until their first win in the group stages this year, they've gone 14 consecutive matches won in the group stages. There's 3 sets there in the process. And their roster includes Volleyball. She's an Olympic, VNL, and world champion with the Italian team. The best scorer in the Champions League for the past 2 seasons. She's joining Serbia's She's a 5-time Olympian. Got 2 medals for her national team as well. Mentioned it briefly, but when these two met earlier in the season, it was a 3-1 win for VakifBank. Boskovic and Markova were the stars of the show that night. They had 24 and 21 points respectively. But Amirovic is not going to neglect her middles. Each Obogu and Gunesh had 5 kills in that match. For Scandicci, it was the Antropova show, as it often is, 30 unparalleled points. And that's pretty amazing in its own right, but the only other player in double-digit points was the American Sarah Franklin with 11 points. Perhaps a little bit more balance and maybe using the middles more often could really help the Italians, but that's a big ask to not lean on their Olympic gold medalist as somewhat of a crutch. Screen. And that's probably one of the most exciting parts of this matchup for me. That opposite face-off between 2 of the best in the world, Katerina Antropova has the height, she has the power to rival any player to overshadow the national team, Banu. Well, before we get going, as is customary, we will hear the CEV Champions League anthem. In the mood for some high-level volleyball today. If you don't get chills after hearing this, well, you probably haven't played volleyball for as long as I have. Listen in. Will shortly meet the teams, but I don't think that man there needs much introduction. Giovanni Guidetti, one of the highest level coaches in the game, has been at the helm of VakifBank for a couple of decades now. Gasper on the other side at the helm for Scandicci. This is one of the biggest matchups in the Champions League recent history. The referees equally as important. Check Maraszek of Poland. I got this. Milonakis of Greece. These referee names are harder than the player names. And the starting lineup coming out strong for Scandicci. Avery Skinner of the USA. Pretty similar starting lineup by the looks of it. Katarina Bozetti, as well as Maja Ognjenovic, the Serbian setter. She's joined by Katarina Antropova and Kamila Weitzel. Middle block out of Germany. Brenda Castillo will be in the libero jersey. And Wakalor will be that second middle blocking spot. There are your starters for Scandicci. Marco Gaspari in his first season, formerly of Milano, but now is tough starting lineup. VakifBank in their home gym, ready to get the crowd roaring. Helena Kazot is the first name called. Zuojbai, Turkish setter, will join her. As Chako Bogu, the USA. Zaragunesh, no surprise there, and the one and only Tijana Boskovic. The one to win this match for VakifBank. She will be joined by Marina Markova. Those were the two top scorers in the last match. Libero jersey, Giovanni Goretti has made a statement here. He is coming with his toughest squad right off the bat. Has been with VakifBank since 2008, the better part of 2 decades with this squad. Gaspari on the other side. Those two know each other well. Plethora of skill and talent, both on the court and on the sidelines. The Boskovic and Antropova matchup that you have been waiting for. It did not disappoint last time around, and we have every reason to believe this will be a big one. VakifBank get us underway here for the final match of pool play. Pool A and Scandicci on the left side. VakifBank in their traditional gold. And it is Markova to get us ready. She is the first to score the points. That's a big swing. Chako Bogu stays at the line. She's looking deep into the court. Skinner, for the second time, can't find a way through. VakifBank have already put up the wall that we were expecting. Some of the best in the front court. Zaragunesh, world-renowned for her blocking. Markova, front court as well. That's a tall lineup. And back to Antropova. The idea there was to go to the outside, avoid that big block of Markova, but the swinging likes of Antropova. It's hard to look away. 30 points in the last match she had. It's going to be arm for arm. The 28-year-old Serbian opposite, Boskovic. The lefty slicing it underneath the block. Scandicci with a break. Well, there'll be a lot to look at in this match. Of course, we're keeping our eyes pretty well dialed in on the two opposites, but there's talent all across the board. I think that's going to be make or break, especially for either of these two teams, because it's such a tough matchup. But getting your middle going is exactly what Jansu does. Gets Gunesh involved early. Markova, 25-year-old Russian outside hitter, stands at 2 meters tall. Trickles it over the tape. Janovic tries to do something similar on her side. Makalor can't find the court, and it's a 5-2 lead early days for VakifBank. If we don't get too far, sounds like we've got a challenge on our hands. Buddy spent 4 seasons in Milano before moving over here. Plenty of experience at Casamaggiore, Modena, Piacenza. His first head coaching job was in 2011. Likely we're looking for a touch. Challenging ball in or out. Looked pretty clear from that angle. Players trying to keep themselves warm. Let's have a look. We got one there. Just through the hands, as was initially called. And we stay with VakifBank. Nail-biting stuff already. Skinner with a perfect pass. Antropova down the line. And keep your eyes peeled for her range. You saw the first kill go cross court deep to the line. She's turning it back the other direction. That's what keeps blockers guessing, and especially because Kazot now in the front court, the smaller of the blocking lineup. Hello. Put some pressure on VakifBank with her serve. Antropova cuts it inside, but doesn't make it past. Forced error. It looked like it didn't make it. It didn't even touch the hands of the blockers, so VakifBank get a free point. Good job. Super job. Markova pops it high. Serbian on Serbian crime. Boskovic on Janovic. They'll know each other so well. I've lost. National team players together, world champions together. And Janovic has found herself a new opposite to be proud of, and it is Antropova. Have a look at that slice. And you know, she's got a couple of options there. 7-4 lead, VakifBank. Looking for Kazot, one of the better passers on the floor. To the hands, to the floor. Ogbogu doing exactly what she does well. Up with Boskovic, and that's pretty much a done deal. Pressing the hands back into the courts. Boskovic, one of the better blockers in the world. 8-4 lead. Tip down line. That's the roll, keeping it in play. Coming off the hands, working back to the right side, and again, opposites doing double duty, but that one goes wide. Boskovic saw that wide open line, wanted to take a piece of it. Slight over rotation. Keeps it in play. Hands are there with the slowdown. Ognjenovic looking for the outside. Skinner, clever move, gets two bodies on the floor. Skinner. USA with that point. Sarayi coming back. Goes for her top spin. Antropova into hands, out of bounds. Always looks to do what seems to be the correct decision. There's always a few different options you can think about when you're up in the air. Antropova seeing those hands of Markova, and that's a tall block. Goes up and off him. Whoa. Bogu with authority. Look at the speed here. This connection just gets it to the floor as soon as it's leaving the setter's hands. Looking for Bozzetti. Great cover. Going again, line. Is there a touch for Skinner? So VakifBank with an early lead. 4 points is the advantage. 8 points too. That time Skinner able to go up and over, and she's going down the line. Not a bad decision as well. Even if Boscovic does pop it up, she's then less likely to be part of the offense. Boscovic again, looking to go sharp, but it's too much. Boscovic with a full celebration on the sidelines. Look how high she's swinging. It's over and around the block. Can't find the court, but that's why she's one of the best in the world. Outside. Tip is good. Cross court, and the touch is there, but it's too much power. Scandicci back within one. Talk about a scoop from Castillo. For libero. Pay a lot of attention to the attackers, but keep your eyes on the liberos as well. Those transition plays equally as important. Denied at the net, Noakalor. Perfect timing, precision. Team it up with Antropova, shutting down the cross courts, tying us up at 11s. Kevin Barnett would say French fries are on the board. Free ball coming. And Antropova puts us over the edge. Scandicci have come back. About 4 points earlier on in this set. Have not been deterred. The game plan continues. Feed the beast on the right side. Fans are not happy with it. Quick response back to Boscovic. Zajibashi since 2015, the last decade. She has been at the rival city club here in Istanbul. And VakifBank's fans will not be too worried about that now that she's wearing this gold jersey. season. Played in Béziers before that in France. Kova making a statement for VakifBank. Upset from Boskovic as well. Have a look at how much line is available for her there. Where's she gonna serve? Looks down the line. Castillo takes that handily. Off the net. Boskovic again. She's dug. On the outside, Bozzetti with nowhere to go. Going up against 198 centimeters of Gunesh. Down the middle. And Skinner takes advantage of it. VakifBank have been testing Brenda Castillo. Suggestion, humble opinion as it may be, she's not the one to serve on the court. Number 14, Smakalor. Goes down the middle as well. Boskovic looks for the touch, and it's been given. There are some questions on both sides, as you can imagine. We will indeed have a challenge. Last one did not go so well for Gaspari. This will be the second of his 2 challenges. If you win the challenge, you keep it. If you lose it, you only get 2 of them. If you keep winning them, essentially you have infinite number of challenges. Indeed, Boskovic finding out what she was pretty convinced of. Touch on her swing. Their challenge. Stays in play. Excellent serve. Into the hands and underneath goes Kazot. Played in Italy last season in Milano. She'll know these hands well. The French Olympian from 2024. Pick up. Joust to the net. Back to Antropova. She goes softer this time, and you don't seem happy about the result there. On the floor, that's exactly what you want to see. Good effort. But whose ball is the tip? That's the question. Communication has to be early. So it tries to go into hands, and that's possibly her bread and butter. You're going to see some hard-driven balls out of Kazot, but best on the court, those craftier shots. Tighter ball like that, she's got the disadvantage against tall blockers on her other side. Off the hands instead. Defense good. Boskovic denied. Onjenovic comes creeping in to make it a 3-man block. 3-woman block in this case. Sneak it in there at the last minute. National team player, no. Another excellent connection. Jansu Bogu. The speed at which the ball leaves Jansu's hands, you have to be in the air already. You gotta just be waiting up there if you're her middle. What Shaka does. by much. Called long and it's left. She take the edge. What a swing. Markova maybe outshined on a team with Boskovic, but in her own right, one of the best attackers in the world. Have a look at her height, her contact point, the power, and the decision to go line. All things lead to a VakifBank point that is very quickly dissipated. Lead. 1 point advantage for Scandicci here in the first. Again into hands, and a couple of times now, VakifBank have been going off the hands and out of bounds. Skinner with the throw. Jansu read that so well, and again, utilizing the block. Markova on the outside, and Guidetti, he's pumped. And rightfully so. We've seen a few different options on VakifBank's side, and the best teams in the world are those that are balanced between a few different players. Called, it's Vakif.
Ok, quindi con estrema pazienza ricordatevi che se otteniamo l'esclamativo una negativa dobbiamo mettere ancora più focus sul muro difesa, soprattutto su Casoni. Piuttosto via dalle palle,
Pretty simple set of instructions there from Gaspari. Things are getting a little more stressed. Focus even more on the simple things. Set them down when VakifBank is breathing down your neck. Jansu, look for the short one. Skinner off the hands. High and hard for the American. Replace the setter. Typically see in a double sub situation, but this is the back court. He's typically wearing the libero jersey, comes in as a backcourt server. In the front court for a little more height in the block. And indeed, it pays off, forces Boskovic to go on the tip. And if she hasn't seen a big block before in her life, then I don't know who has. I'm not going to trick her into swinging blindly. With the edge. Two liberos on court for Scandicci. Where do you serve? Yep, down the line. No surprise there. Doug. Chance for a break point. Vakif, and again, it comes through the tip. Boskovic making mincemeat of that short court. Second timeout called by Scandicci. 2-point lead for Vakif. Down here in the stretch, they need just 3 more to get it done. And as a reminder, Scandicci need to win if they want to get themselves on top of the pool. That'll help. Floor with the boos from the crowd. Does not deter her. Through the middle though, Gunesh ready and waiting. Jansu's been utilizing that quick rip 3 times already this set. Faster than Weitzel can respond. Again, Franklin the target. Frank the tank through the block, but it's still coming back to Scandicci. Chance to go again, and she will even harder. 23-year-old in her first professional year. Had to work extra hard for this recycle play, but you know when it's coming as a free ball, Scandicci has the edge. Out as VakifBank feeling the heat.
Fine. Okay, just be ready for that also, okay? Position is good, eh? Just attention there, and we are good, okay? Fine, let's go! One side down, we go, we are!
We are VakifBank. No one competes with VakifBank's resume in this competition. 6 Champions League titles. And again, VakifBank showing why they are VakifBank. Set point against Scandicci. Again, it's Boskovic going off the hands. Just out of reach of Rebecca. A couple of subs coming in. Changing of the guard. Off the court for set point. They have 2 opportunities. Can't get it through. The sub reversed. It was the first time. Let's see. We'll drop Malua in the Champions League. So, unity. Still in the hand of VakifBank. Can they close it here? To the outside, Kazot is dug. Chance for Antropova to keep Scandicci in it. Oh, what a dig. Free ball coming. Chance for the Italians again. Antropova will do it. Gasperi is so gassed up, he's on the court. Hustle play here between these 2 players. Almost like another libero on court. Before go any further. Seems to be a challenge on court. For what? Find out. Backcourt attack line violation, no such thing. Tropova, and the point remains with Scandicci. Tied up at 24th. System play, what a serve. Kazot goes for it, and Weitzel, for the first time in the match, used by Ognjenovic, and what a time to do it. Huge play, no one at the net. It's exactly the time to feed your middle. VakifBank do not like the look of this. They're set points. A couple of them, and they've been completely erased. Time out.
I will say something. We are doing great. Just have to be patient, and we will take this set, okay? Let's go!
We are!
From 2 points up to 1 set point down. Scandicci looking to close out the first set. They do a good job in the serve. Kazot is denied. And 4 back-to-back points for Scandicci. And just when you thought you knew what was going to happen in this match, you didn't know anything. Scandicci coming from behind. The first set. What a way to get us underway here. You weren't already hyped up about this match. Well, you should be now. This is what you can expect going forward. You know nothing. Let's look at some of the stats then. Nothing in the aces. Both teams being extremely soft served with the blocks. 4 for VakifBank, 3 for Scandicci. These are 2 well-matched teams. We talked about it in the intro. Between the opposites, middles, every position on the court. Some of the best players in the world are going head-to-head. VakifBank won the first match in Italy. Lost the first set, and if they want to hold on to their top spot in the pool, and a reminder, I continue to remind you, winning that top spot in the pool is not just bragging rights. You earn yourself an automatic bid to the quarterfinals, and if not, you have to play off. So one of these 2 teams will be resting for the next round, and one of them will be going forward. number 2 underway. Scandicci now with the first serve. And it's an ace. Ognjenovic. Where she left off. Scandicci on a mission to get this match done. Still a mountain to climb. Porter. Better handled. Gunesh on the offensive. Choice by Ognjenovic to go back exactly where she had gone before. Spinner has to take a short one. Wakalor going long. Similar situation what we saw in the beginning of the first set. For the end line, and middles will often do that. You're trying to get to the floor as quick as possible. You're trying to go where there's no one defending. Put more risk on that swing. There's the difference. Bring the ball down. Gunesh is waiting. Gunesh has been one of the best blockers at the highest level. Okay, now, and only 26 years old she is. She's been with VakifBank since 2017. That's much better. Scandicci. And this time it's tit for tat. Wakalor showing the same courtesy to Gunesh. Mostly handling in the net. Tip from Boskovic. Played up. Have it again. Another chance. This time it's Bosetti with the tip. Oh, what a denial. Wakalor proving her value as she shuts down Kazot. Ball's in play, back outside, Markova. Turning away from the line this time. Knows who's in front of her. Got Antropova on the other court. Your advantage is always to go cross court. Avoid those big hands. Free ball back on VakifBank's side. To the back court. Touches are there, hands are in place, but the power too much. The overload, utilizing Gunesh as somewhat of a decoy in that position. Oh, there it is, Wakalor. Bringing some speed of the arm this time, going directly around the block. Serves in place. Boskovic gets that left arm firing. A lefty. The blockers have to set up a little more inside on you. This is the perfect example here. Boskovic, even from off the net, the blockers try and take the cross court, but she's a little bit inside the blockers, and Ognjenovic finds herself on the floor trying to stop it. With a heavy hand. Antropova, who's been relatively quiet this set, moves out on that overpass. Antropova. And if you're VakifBank, you'd rather have her in the backcourts. That's the result. Kazot capitalizing on a little bit less height in the front court. Still goes cross court, avoiding Weitzel. Haven't seen Boscovich's strongest serve just yet. Unusual for her to get a few aces in a row. Free ball coming. Castillo sending it nice and high to give Rossetti time to get back on courts. Doesn't matter though. Ogbogu plays with the speed. For speed. Weitzel off those elbows. Slight advantage. How about a huge advantage? Kazot from the backcourt. An ace serve, the first of the night. VakifBank. For the seam again between those two players. Will she hit it? Goes the other way. Rossetti's there. Antropova, hands are good. Not strong enough against opposites in the world. System set. Antropova, who's been with Scandicci since 2021, does her job. Boscovich, one-hand scoop. Here comes Skinner, and she finds the deep corner. Just out of system play. Possibly one of the best of the night for Scandicci. Another break point here, right? So one of the tougher servers gets flat and deep. But it doesn't matter. Jansu, a couple of times, has had to set without her feet, it seems like. Every single time. With a hefty amount of speed and pace on the ball. .30-year-old American middle blocker playing Korea last season. Dig, free ball coming back for Scandicci. To the middle, and again. There's a battle going on every single area of the court. The middles. Game of chicken here. Ivich baiting blockers with her front court presence. It's tight. Jansu for the joust, and that'll do nicely. Jansu at just 182 centimeters tall. Setter somehow gets the best of her opponents there. Jansu on the serve. She's been with VakifBank since 2016. Scandicci coming out on top of the point again. Right side wonder. Tips were working pretty well for VakifBank earlier on. Now Scandicci trying to incorporate them to their repertoire. No tips needed for Markova. Decisions at the net, especially you've got Antropova to go down her direction. That is gutsy. Spor floats it in. Tight one, you know it's going middle. If you didn't know, you know now. Loves a quick paintbrush. Seems like a misconnection, but there are some attackers. One of them knows how to softly touch that ball over. Get your opponents right on the back foot. What a cover. Kazot pops it up. Denied at the net, though. 3 blockers. Taking up a little space on Boskovic. Looks like we got a challenge coming. Challenge, perhaps. Or for a challenge, point just given. VakifBank getting a bit lucky here. Looks like there was a touch by the blockers, and indeed it is called in that direction. VakifBank happy to take the 3 points. Line swing, no touch, ball out. VakifBank take a 3-point lead. A huge chunk of space here in the second set. Decision by Antropova. Swing that line, make your middle play. Looking for Bozetti. To Antropova again. This time it's inside, and the blockers are more than happy to send it right back where it came from. Point for VakifBank. Big block for Bogu and Kazot, and a timeout.
Con pazienza il muro difesa arriva. C'è da lottare ogni palla, ragazzi, oggi, Non possiamo lasciare andare 2 o 3 situazioni perché... No!
Patience. Asking his team to do all things with patience. Volleyball is a long game, and Scandicci have to play it. Defense picks it up. Boskovic tries to put it down, not yet, but it's off the block. Over the head of Weitzel. Bozetti looking for a quick point, doesn't get it, and VakifBank are on a run here. Perhaps we're looking for a touch, but it's not been called. 17-12 is the lead. Pick up. Back out again, throwing into the hands, and finally, Scandicci stop the bleeding. Points too many in a row if you're a Scandicci fan. And now close the gap. Big ask. Oh, that'll help. An ace serve on Antropova. Causing pain in more way than one. A deflection off the serve, so VakifBank take a timeout to chat about it. Markova after an ace. No such luck on a second one. Voskovic getting VakifBank right back into the business. High catch as well after taking one to the face. Steps in and takes one to the platform. Castillo into the first. Weitzel again has not been used often on Scandicci's side, but effective every time she's been asked. Weitzel, the 25-year-old German middle blocker, played in California last season. VakifBank feeling confident, looking confident. We've seen this before. Scandicci came back from a similar lead in the first set. Comes out, hammers it. Weitzel finishes it. The best spiker of the Challenge Cup in 2023. Camilla Weitzel on track to help Scandicci in this set. A couple of back-to-back points for her. And the serve as well, gets it tight. Chansu's there. And Tropova puts some pace on it, and we're starting to see the Scandicci that came alive in set number one. Danger zone if you're VakifBank. And Tropova hammers one to Kazut. Weitzel. Another solid serve, but again, Albagu flying high as per usual. Jack Albagu played for Love Austin for one season last year. Excellent scoop. VakifBank with a 2-point lead. Chance here for Scandicci to keep it alive. Free ball. And Markova too wide. Point for Scandicci, and they are back within one. Not even close. You can see what Markova's trying to do there. Turns it over her body, wants to get the touch. No such touch to be taken. Scandicci closing in. Can Voskovic make it tough? Not with that tough. 3 blockers. Can Markova. Tireless in her pursuit of points. With Antropova out of the way. There's only one attacker to focus on. That's the strategy with those tips. Better from Skinner, that'll do. Scandicci staying within one. They are right there on VakifBank's heels, breathing down their neck. And there's the sub we saw earlier on. However, nice double sub. Rebecca in the backcourt looking for some extra defense. And Sarah Franklin in the front for the block. There's the tip, and again in the direction of Antropova. When in doubt, try to get the number 17 on the floor. Sub on the other side, VakifBank looking to to Katarina Dangubic, formerly Lazovic, the 26-year-old Serbian. It's 22-20. And Wakalor getting involved again. I'm loving how much the setters are using their middles, especially in these difficult situations. And when we get down the stretch like this, you have to keep feeding those areas to keep it honest, keep the blockers from piling up on one or two players. Wakalor to keep Scandicci tied up, and she will do it with an ace serve on the end line. Well, Giovanni Guidetti wants to have a look, but I think he's going to be in for a shock here. That ball looked pretty clean from where I was sitting. Might have been the last thing you've expected if you were watching. There it is. Clean as a whistle. Ace serve for Wakalor. Stadium goes quiet, but I know the Italians watching back home are jumping out of their seats. It is 22-22. Scandicci just overtook at the last minute in the first set. Will they do the same thing? Not if Gunesh has anything to say about it. Powerful presence in the middle. Just focusing on that close ball, staying with Jansu wherever she moves. That's where Gunesh goes. The target's Franklin. But the bullseye is Antropova. To 23. Scandicci with Antropova on the line. Is it an ace serve? No. Handled well, but no touch, which means Scandicci have brought up the first set point. But of course, we've got a challenge. Of course we do. VakifBank lost their first one in this set. They're hoping beyond hope that there might have been some kind of touch. No touch. The point remains. And Scandicci have earned themselves a set point, but we're not going to get there yet. It is timeout. 24-23. VakifBank need to have a chat. After leading the entire set, VakifBank are now down by one. And look who's at the service line. Antropova, the last person that you want on the service line. With set point Scandicci here in the second set. And another heavy serve. Boskovic, Doug, back to Antropova. Oh, not yet. What a scramble. But it doesn't get over, and Scandicci, by some miracle, have crept from behind, and they have won another set over VakifBank here in Istanbul. The entire crowd silent. VakifBank have been stunned for the second set in a row. Well, you thought you knew what was going to happen here in Istanbul. You thought you had your bets placed. Throw it all. Here's a look at what's happened in that set. 3 aces for Scandicci. Everything else pretty much on par. In fact, VakifBank blocking better. Absolutely stunned has this crowd. VakifBank in the lead. Just dropping it at the very last minute, twice in a row. Now that's happened. Set number 3 underway. VakifBank trying to hang on to their top spot in the pool, but Scandicci are making it really tough right now. As it stands, VakifBank is at the top of the pool with 5 wins and no losses. Scandicci have 4 wins and 1 loss. Scandicci must win if they want to overtake the pool. It has to be done in 3 or 4 sets. That will help. Another point in Scandicci's pocket. Things are not going well if you're a VakifBank fan. 3 quick points in the pocket and a timeout.
Mi raccomando, Rita, se Bosco quella palla lì zero, va a tirare l'angolone, ti passa sopra, pazienza, ma se passa
That's more like it. Markova getting involved in the offense again. High and heavy and hard and over the block is exactly what she wants to see. VakifBank have the incredible ask of having to come back now. They are already down 2 sets. Jansu and company get her team going. High ball to the right side. And Tropova denied, and that'll help a huge amount. Markova and Gunesh teaming up. Ball's in play, not for long. Free ball coming back, Scandicci. And the tip, and Tropova beautifully placed. That was working so well in the first set. Going back to it, and even if that ball's popped up, it becomes a much easier defensive game for Scandicci. They are playing the long game here, 5-3. And the boos starting to creep in. Another one. Markova making a statement. Novara, before that, was at the University of Florida in the USA, honing her craft. Is it an ace? Yes, it is. Down the line, Bozzetti can't handle the heat. Markova tells her to get out of the kitchen. Tied up at 5s. Line drive again, handled better. And Tropova puts it to the orange. Talking about Olympic gold medalist, a VNL gold medalist, world champion recently. That's Katerina Antropova. She's at the line, had an ace, got an overpass, almost a free point. VakifBank kept in play, back to the right side, Phenom. And she continues to do what she's been doing all match long. Slicing it past the blocker's hands. The server and MVP of the CV Cup in 2023. Her team got gold there. Not able to get an ace going again, but that's what her team needs from her. Pressure at the net. For VakifBank's side, Katarina Lubic stays in the court. Can she help out in the block? Not there. Back to Bogu. She tries to throw it fast to the ground. Her American USA teammate Skinner has something to say, but VakifBank steal the point. Sevens, what a rundown, Markova. Ljubic just off the fingertips. We've seen a few of those from both teams. There's the play, there's the dig. Who's there? Boskovic too tight. The point remains with Scandicci. Again, Dangubic tries to go harder. Miscommunication. And VakifBank put themselves in another good position. Bozetti just sitting in the pocket. Perfect dig. A little bit too low for her teammates. Slide from Weitzel, doesn't go down. Another scooping play. But VakifBank finally get the edge. That has to do with Dangubic. Galatasaray last season, been in China as well as Milano in Italy. Free ball coming. Weitzel. You don't have to ask her twice. One of the fastest arms in the middle. Been relatively quiet in this match, but it feels like Janovic is just trying to heat her up. Slowly but surely. Almost 2 meters. Block is good. Oh, what a cover. And Dangubic again proving her value over and over. Kasperi knows her all too well. Coach of Milano. Defense. Too much heat. Antropova. Now with 0 block, and Markova has to put her hands up and apologize. No surprise there, that ball's going down. Into hands, recycle play. Jansu back to Markova. There's the tip. It's really well read. Antropova up against the hands of Ubogu and Markova and the net. Slice it just that little bit too tight. VakifBank keep the advantage. Janovic feeds it outside. Skinner with the fastball. She likes a little bit more speed than most of the attackers out here. You're seeing a lot of high balls hanging in the air. Not for Skinner. She runs more of a USA-style offense where that ball just fling it out to her flat towards the antenna. She'll go up and get it. Evans are on, but not for long. Scandicci, powerful at the net. Antropova-Markova matchup is in full effect. And again, 1-on-1 denied. Antropova. Have a look at this. Read it and weep. She says, not in my house. Starts to be a game of cat and mouse. Who's going line? Who's going cross? Just out. Skinner looking for the ace there. Denied. It's tit for tat. It's you for me. It is middle on opposites. A difficult situation for Antropova. She gets her hands in a good place, feet trying to catch up. We're tied again at 13s. Again underneath the hands. Jansu has not lost faith in her outside Russian hitter. That score of the Turkish Cup earlier this season. Will she be again? Defense. Good. One of the best rallies of the night unfolding. And it is Boskovic to clean it up, finish it up, put it to bed. The ball game is at its peak for VakifBank, and Gaspari wants the timeout.
Non riusciamo a scaricare i colpi, chiudono bene, alto o deep, con calma andiamo. Giusto che lasci il buco, ma non in un momento che aveva preso 2 murate consecutive. Se dopo 2 murate consecutive su quella palla lì tira diagonale stretta, vai ragazzi!
Now, if I've done my math correctly, if Scandicci win 3-0, they end up at the top of the pool. If they win 3-2, then VakifBank end up at the top of the pool. However, if we end up in a 3-1 situation, they will be tied on wins and sets, and then it'll come down to the points and all kinds of wizardry and math, which neither team want to get into. Scandicci would love to get this done 3-0. If they can do that, they are done and dusted in the top of the pool, and Antropova doing her very best to make that happen. Boskovic, again the star of the show. Starts with a good cover, but that's back set from middle blocker. Love to see the teammateship working here. Line drive. Bozetti throws one in. Boskovic sends a bullet to her opponent, and you love to see the high fives. Two of the best opposites in the world going head to head. Boskovic has that wrist away as a lefty. Catching Antropova that high, ball's probably going out. Chances are you just want to get out of the way of it. Oh, still live. Boskovic again. Hands are there. Antropova one more time. She's going deep, and the defense is not enough. Antropova cannot slow down Antropova. Both teams working overtime for these points. Again, the difference between a set can be the difference between who is finishing on top of the pool and who is not. Kazo sucked in from her receiving responsibilities. Doesn't matter though, an ace serve, Antropova. just flings it down the line. Zangubic. All she can do is try and get in the way. Have a look at the spin on it. Platform perfect. Doesn't matter. (17-16) is the lead. Will it be enough to hold off Scandicci? Tropova. We've seen a couple of aces already. Will she get another one? No, not this time. Instead, it's Boskovic to respond to the call. VakifBank keep themselves with a 2-point cushion and, possibly more importantly, get Tropova off the line. High situation to the right. Looking to grab the line. Nope, not there for the taking. 3-point deficit. Scandicci's been here before. We're not going to be too worried. Bozzetti. Into the hands. Underneath the net. Everyone's okay. Who's more okay is VakifBank for coming out on top of the block. With a 4-point lead. Exactly where they want to be.
Una palla alla volta e ricordiamoci che adesso quando è il momento c'è Boskovic e Markova, Boskovic e Markova, Boskovic e Markova. Chiaro che se ci hanno un gap inizieranno a giocare anche al centro. Pensiamo a questo 6-down degli estacco, Oh,
Sage advice from Marco Gaspari, 1 ball at a time. And pay attention to Boskovic and Markova. Markova not on the court at present. As soon as you pay attention to one of those attackers, guess who's getting the ball? Yep, it'll be the middle. Oh, what a scoop. Kazut hustling. Doesn't pay off, and Scandicci gets one back on the board. This is what they did in the last couple of sets, just crept themselves back into it. Gave VakifBank a sense of complacency, a sense of comfortability. Zangubic can handle the first serve. It's way out of system. Boskovic looks to go high and hard, but misses the fingertips. Is it danger zone for VakifBank? They have a 2-point lead, but that is not enough to keep them comfortable. Certainly not enough to keep them safe. Zangubic again on the first. She goes cross, picked up. Castillo is there, and so is Antropova. Free ball. Back outside to Skinner, a bit faster, and again the coverage good. Antropova working double time on the tips. Somehow stays alive. The crowd is on fire, and another free ball option. And finally, with the pump of the fist, Boskovic gets it done for her team. What a rally. The free ball into the hands with the foot, pushing it over every single way that you can think of to score a point was tried. The longest rally of the night ends with a little bit of a fist. And again, the defense is looking so good. Free ball coming. Scandicci, can they put it away? Not yet. Incredible rally unfolding. And another defense. Boskovic to get it done. Still not down. Is it Obogu? No, again! Incredible pickups on both sides. Who's going to be the one to do it? Dangubic? No. Bozzetti's there. Skinner? No. Cazot is there. And a two-handed throw. VakifBank and Scandicci in an all-out brawl. Istanbul is on their feet. I mean, this is the kind of rally that if this doesn't get your blood boiling, I just don't know what would. And the fact that it ends with a two-handed throw. Hey, volleyball IQ over everything. Listen to the crowd chanting for VakifBank. Jansu, get you a setter that's involved in the offense. Get you a Jansu. This is VakifBank. This is how they play. This is why they are one of the best teams in the world and continue to be in contention for Champions League medals every single year. Now, don't count out Scandicci. You would be unwise to do so. They still have plenty of tricks up their sleeve. Weitzel at the line is always a threat. Handled well by Cazot. Oh, yes, with the defense. And just sticking an arm out. And Prokova is there. High pressure situation, tense. As you can imagine, again, a 3-0 win for Scandicci would mean VakifBank do not finish top of their pool. Free ball. Oh, and again it's up. Franklin denied. USA on USA crime. Obogu saying absolutely not. We may be teammates in the red, white, and blue, but not today. The inside arm destroying any ideas of an angle. Set point VakifBank. Is it done? It is dusted. VakifBank take the third set. They had to work and work and work they did. Possibly one of the best sets in Champions League that we have seen in a long time. This means everything to these players, and you can understand why. Well, if you picked your jaw up off the floor, have a look at the stats. Not much in it. VakifBank with just this ever so slight edge in attack and block, but really not much to speak of. This is a team, these are two teams, honestly, that this match could go any way. I couldn't even begin to tell you who's going to win because we've seen a little bit of spark from both two teams at different moments. And it's Scandicci who's kind of given us the push those first couple of sets. It was all VakifBank, but Scandicci coming back at the last second to take over. VakifBank just holding on to the edge at the end there in the third, and that was probably the most crucial match of their entire Champions League. If that match had been over, so would the pool standings. Now, it's as simple as this. If Scandicci win this set, then we'll have to wait and see, based on mathematics, who win the pool. But if VakifBank win the set, they end up in the top of the pool. That's the math that I've done in my head. Correct me if I'm wrong. Enjoying the conversation. CEV Volley W. Set number 4 is underway, and Scandicci are looking to get off the mark quickly. Slowing down Boskovic, and that was the formula that Gaspari gave to his team in the timeout. It's going to be Boskovic and Markova doing most of the point scoring. Pay attention to them, he said. Skinner, paying attention to getting the ball over. Doesn't work that time. Another slow down, but hold your horses. Agbogu in the net. That's exactly what Scandicci need. Markova with the tip. Does it land? The referee was right there, just a couple of inches away. Called it in real time. Looked like it did tag the line, but we will have a challenge. The Pink Panther can't figure it out. Who can? That's my question. Oh, hang on. Roll the tape back. That ball looks out of bounds. So Scandicci were correct to challenge. 3-0 lead here in the fourth set. And it's in. 4-0 the lead. Wakalor looking for the deep corner. Starts with a Castillo pickup, as it often does. And Agbogu in the offense again. Don't count her out. That came out of Texas in the USA, spent some time in Poland. Corneliano, Zajabashi before moving over to Vakif. All that experience under her belt. Got some defense as well. Oh, what a scoop. Free ball. Chance for VakifBank on the outside. Markova. Second time of ask, and that ball is finding the floor. Team win the Challenge Cup in 2024 was a former middle blocker, if you can believe it. I can. Someone else who's doing double duty for their team. Scandicci using Antropova on the outside this time, and look at the reach. Takes a lot of volleyball IQ to wait for that ball to go past the blockers and then go around and get it. Ooh-wee. Markova bringing out the big guns. He's stepping off the net, but not far enough. Look at this angle. Slicing it underneath the blockers. It's a 5-3 lead still for Scandicci. Hands are high, hit is hard. Tropova racking up some points. He's been the go-to all night long. Free ball. Scandicci, can they put it away? From the backcourt, Skinner. Not down yet. Oh, yes, it is. Markova looking for a cheeky slice down the line. Starts with a Jansu pickup, and that's what you want out of your setters. Someone who not only is offensive, we saw her get going, but also can pick some things up in the defense, keep things alive. Ogninovich used her middle. She's got Weitzel in the option. Yes, she does go to the middle zone. Lefty denied. Scandicci feeling extra good. Savino Bozzetti, one of the smaller blockers out there. Skinovich finding it tight, trying to go line. Just wide. That's a lucky break for VakifBank. Gunesh, one of the best middle blockers of the world champs 2021, 22, and 23, the club world champs, that is. Whoa, Markova. Come on. Hype us up. That's the first time we've seen Markova from the pipe. I don't think it'll be the last based on the result. Perfect pass. Weitzel with the tip. Comes back her way. Castillo sends it up to Antropova. And again, she is having a night. Six is the lead. Markova again. She comes in with so much heat. The blockers are in a good place on her. There's not really much you can do with how much of an angle she's putting on the ball. Seven's the lead. Too much. Tense moments. Oh, Skinner up from the reception on the floor to in the air. But it's Markova again, pulling the trigger down the line. Jansu trying to play with the speed. You see her go up and down and then set. Pulling the hands away. Blockers are caught completely off guard. And another awesome play. VakifBank are finding their footing here. 10-9. Stangubic It's an ace serve for Vakif and a timeout coming.
Ci toccano sempre, palla lenti a finalmente, palla sulla parte lunghe, cattivite, ci stai
Out of bounds, no touch. Scandicci fall back after the best start of the match. No touch, no blockers. It's high and hard. Skinner wants another look at it. Is it worth the challenge? Just a substitution, 11-9. Sarah Franklin comes in. Scandicci go from being up by 4 to down by 2. This has been the story of the match. The roller coaster of emotions that these fans have been on. Leading again now by 3. VakifBank staying patient, throwing in a lot of tips, forcing the blockers to handle it. Oh, not in play. Utilizing every weapon they have. Scandicci trying to find their way back into it. Right side swing, and again. And Tropova is all over it. She has been phenomenal tonight. She could be the one. She could be the reason Scandicci get themselves back into this set. Get themselves on top of the pool. We are tied up. This is exactly what Scandicci did. And they're doing it again. A huge stuff block, and Tropova taking care of business at the net. Tight ball. Oh, Jansu can't put it down. Tip is good. It's high, it's hard. Franklin. Back to Tropova. She's dug. Going again. Into the hands, recycle play. One more time, and again, the dig is good. Hefty rally unfolding, and it is down with a throw. In the same fashion that the last long rally ended. Happiness between these two teams, unbeaten. Short ball. And Franklin. Just under the chin of Markova. Whip of an arm. Gunesh heavily involved when it's important, when you need a quick point. This Jansu Gunesh connection One of the best middle blocker setter connections in the world. They've been playing together for part of a decade. Oh, free ball. And again, back-to-back points through Gunesh. Since 2017 here in VakifBank, these two players have been perfecting that connection. As well as with the Turkish national team, of course. Back to Antropova to save the day, but no, it's up. But not for long. Wakalor throwing those hands in the right direction. And then Wakalor, the 23-year-old middle blocker, has been instrumental in the blocking prowess. Scandicci down by 1. And another one. Back-to-back blocks. Scandicci are not going quietly. If you were looking for an easy match, a simple 3-0, you're not going to get it here. You're going to get two of the top teams in the world facing off and playing their hearts out. Great coverage. Slowing it down was Weitzel, and then she gets slowed down. Scandicci are hoping for that ball to be out of bounds. So we will have a take a look at it. First referee watching on. Oh, by a hair. That might have been more wishful thinking than anything else on Scandicci's part. To 15, Vakif in the lead. Scandicci, though, back to the arm that's been tried and true. Antropova has a way getting over and around any block you put up in front of her. And she is back on the line. This is dangerous stuff. If you're a VakifBank fan, she's going after Markova. And the pipe's there, but so is the block. Weitzel sacrificing her nose. One of the more painful blocks that we've seen in a while, but if you're Scandicci and Weitzel, she's not going to care. Point's a point. Time out.
Cannot go down. Go down in 5 meters. Before another easy ball, we go with one hand. This ball, we don't run. This is time the team. This we have to sacrifice. These are the things they're doing better.
Ball is in play. High to the right side, Antropova with the swing. And it's out of bounds. Is there a touch? Boskovic looks a little distraught because this is what we saw. Scandicci are pulling ahead in the later stages of the set just the way they did in the first and second. Good play. And another error in the attack. VakifBank starting to struggle. Kropova stays on the line, keeps the pressure on VakifBank with her serve. Timeout is called after another error.
Also you, if you want to tip after, we don't tip on Castillo. We tip in two. And then after it is blocked. Maya, zero, we have to play them with attack, only, don't touch it.
Somehow, some way, Scandicci have crept themselves into the lead. And by 4. Challenge coming, as you can imagine. There is just the slightest of touches. VakifBank can smile. Gunesh finally to pull off the line. Big ask to get back into it. There's the pickup. Good coverage. Some bodies on the floor. They're gonna have to get up and play defense. Or not. The error from Franklin. Welcome sight if you're a VakifBank fan, because there was a lot going on here. 2 late blockers. Fingers all over the place, but Vakif get the point. They're back within 1. Line on Bozetti. She handles it. Weitzel, not hard enough. Gunesh, the setter. And Boskovic, the finisher. That is her bread and butter. VakifBank have done it. They are back on level ground. Called. Couple of changes that we have not yet seen. Reddins in for Scandicci, 20-year-old out of the USA. Changing the setter as well, but it won't matter if the ball doesn't go there. Defense good. Tight at the net, and it's enough. Reddins makes her movement. Starts with a huge scoop by Merta Bekis, the 36-year-old setter who subbed in. And the net play paying off. Scandicci up by 1. Not for long. VakifBank relying on their big arm as per usual. Boskovic all over the offense. Trying hard and knocking off the fingertips. We're tied up at 20s. Chance to send it over. It's going to be free. Castillo all over it. Becky's back to the right side and Rodins. 2 quick points after just 2 minutes on court. Could this be enough to confuse VakifBank? They've got a scouting report that most certainly includes Antropova, but that arm right there could be make or break for this team. 21 points. The number 21 serves. It's a good slowdown. Is this it? Tip, no. Not put away yet. Another one to the right side. Boskovic surely gets it back. No, it's Markova. Another chance. And it's Franklin. The tips have been lethal for Scandicci. Even if Boskovic picks that up, that is a very difficult transition play. Scandicci know it. VakifBank makes some subs of their own. Jacques Malual, opposite of the Big 12 back in 2021. San as well in the mix to set. Doesn't matter though. Franklin is on a mission. Scandicci have one thing in their sights, and that is winning this set. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a volleyball fan. Another change. Turkish outside is in for reception. Kılıçoğlu has to set it. Chance here for Scandicci. Defense good. And it's Markova from the backcourt. Pipe has been a hot ticket for VakifBank. Different looking two teams. No Antropova, no Boskovic. Who can prevail without their go-to arms? At the line. He's looking for Franklin. Ball's off the net. Franklin does not care, but is there a touch? No touch. That's what he wants to know. Surely it's worth a challenge, and indeed he will. Point remains with VakifBank. What an important one it was. Into the hands, denied. VakifBank are not going quietly. If you thought we were done, think again. Franklin trying everything she can, but straight into the net. Free ball, VakifBank. Tipped in the hands. And VakifBank have done the impossible. They have looked down the barrel of losing this set, losing their spot in the top of the pool, and somehow, some way, they have brought themselves back up to set point. The most important point in VakifBank's Champions League season, right here. Oh, Scandicci, not yet. Not gonna happen. Franklin with ice in her veins. Janovic down the line. Chance for Markova. And she hits it. That'll take the sideline. That'll take the point. That puts VakifBank in a very good position once again. Set point. VakifBank to win the pool phase. One swing to determine everything. No! Nwakaloor said absolutely not today. Not you, not me. Scandicci are fighting with every breath. Tied up at 25s. Hands are good. Recycle play. VakifBank pushes it through, and again, back to set point. Back in the lead. If there was ever pressure to win a point, it's when you're going up against that huge block. Substitutions reversed. Jansu Boskovic back in. Hugs and smiles, and Guidetti knows his team coming off the bench have done exactly what he needed them to do, get back into the advantage. 1 point VakifBank need to close this set, and with it take the top pool spot. But Andropova has no chance of letting VakifBank do that without a fight. She has no intentions of just quitting, rolling over. And back to 26s. Again, Boskovic. Now there's more even playing field on VakifBank's side. We've got more options in the attack with Boskovic back in. It's that tough rotation. She had to run all the way around. Doesn't matter. Still gets a full approach. VakifBank again. For the set, Markova drops it short. It's overpassed. And VakifBank have done it. VakifBank have taken the set, but that was essentially match point. If you're a VakifBank fan, let's look at it again. That goes tight over. And it catches the plane. Janovic has been called over. Certainly heartbreaking if you're Scandicci. What a way to end the set. What a way for that point to be given to VakifBank. Well, Scandicci will have to play on. It is a fifth set territory, which in normal circumstances would mean anything could happen. If you're a VakifBank fan, all they wanted was to finish top of the pool. They had to push it to a fifth set. Well, here's a look at those stats from that last set. Only the one ace from VakifBank, but that might have been the difference maker because look at the blocks. 7 blocks to 1. Scandicci was by and far the better team at the net. Somehow, some way, that VakifBank magic came through. And they were able to take the set, and the fans, although they'll stick around for this 5th set, got exactly what they wanted, and VakifBank can celebrate. Hugs all around because they have earned themselves that top spot in the pool. As all the fans are checking, just double checking on their stats and pools. That's certainly what they're doing. Or maybe they're on social media. Giving us a little bit of insight. If you want to join us in the conversation, hashtag CLVolleyW. You can find all the chats about what's going on. Lots of matches happening today. Set number 5 underway. It's denied, and you can see Scandicci already starting with the lineup that finished. This in, as well as Franklin and Ruddins as well. Giving the rest to the big guns. Boskovic, no rest for the Wicked. She has a big swing. And she is denied 2 big blocks in a row. That's been the power of Scandicci all match long. Those blocks have been absolutely lethal. Looking for hands is Markova. She's been having some success with that. Really from the backcourt. Love the way she's been swinging on the outside, though. Higher and harder. Looking for lines, looking for fingertips. Markova was the best server in Indonesia in 2024. Can she hit that stride here today? No, pulled out of bounds. By much, but Scandicci will take that. Out of system play. To the left, to the right, to the out. Boskovic, keep in mind, MVP of the Club World Champs in 2024. Skilled at looking for blocks, looking for hands out. That gets back to the middle. Defense from Gunesh counts for 2. What does Ruddins have? That's not going down. Dangubic, however, denied. Door closed. Thank you very much. Fans still looking for the W. VakifBank looking for a reverse sweep. Can they get it? Going through a Bogu. Set from the blocking hands of Nwakalor. She'll bump it the second time as well. Kiss. Outside to Bozzetti. She goes on the recycle play. No touch on the second. Bounds. Boskovic headed right back to serve. Does not wait for the call. Scrappy play happening on both sides. Earlier on, saw some of the best rallies we've seen, perhaps all Champions League. Bounce. No touches on the block. Point stays with Vakif. The 3 lead still for Scandicci. First to 15 here in this 5th set. Bozzetti under the net, but stays out of bounds. Dangubic wants the touch. She's asking for it. Pleading with the referees. Hoping there might just be an admission of guilt. And looks like there is, so on we play. Here's the play that there was a bit of discussion on. It did look as if Bozzetti's feet did land in the court. So whether or not there was a touch there, we might have had a discussion about that as well. It doesn't matter. Vakif gets the point. It's 4-4. And that is a welcome sight for any Scandicci fan. Skovic off the serving line. 5-4 the lead. Been an interesting match. Team that has the lead early on doesn't seem to win the set. Skovic takes a huge rip. Markova covers her deep. Tangubic has been having so much fun with that throw. And it's a legal play. As long as you don't lift the ball as you're throwing it, you can grab the ball in the air. Got to get off the ball quickly. That's the key. You want to throw it, catch the blockers off guard, the defenders as well in that timing, but you can't be too sticky with it. Tangubic doing a great job of it. Ruddens, too much. A couple freebies in this set. If you're a VakifBank, that's exactly the way things are meant to go. Almost. Much better on the right side swing. Bozzetti's looking for Markova. That's a great defense from the opposite. And over the top of the block. VakifBank starting to heat up again. Markova at 2 meters tall. Have a look at this. She's got Bekis in front of her. She goes hard over 182 centimeters is the Italian setter. Almost 20 centimeters difference. Franklin, though, finds just enough centimeters to keep that ball in. The angle is correct. You've got a ball boot, middle blocker playing defense. That's the shot you want to make. Tied at 7. Yes, again and again, feed the beast. Markova has been the hot hand. Enough. Change sides. It's been an interesting one tonight. Both teams have had their advantage at any given time. Probably checking on the scores from some of the other matches. Lots of Turkish volleyball action happening in Champions League today. 4 matches that could be determining of results. Ragabashi, one of them. Against Milano. The VakifBank fans focus entirely on this one. And a 2-point lead, helping their team feel a little bit of confidence. Markova has been phenomenal tonight. Off the net, Bekis looks for Franklin, but the denial has come quick. Gunesh patrolling her net. Watch the inside arm. She's there early. She's called it. She's getting there. And boom. Not today. Time not called. Lingering conversation between Kokova and Ruddens. She's been sidelined for the remainder of the match, and a huge missing piece on Scandicci's offense. Give some of that wisdom and insight to the players on court. Well left. Again, no reason to get comfortable if you're VakifBank. We've seen Scandicci come back from worse. Took 4 set points to get the last one. Kokova would love this one to be done and dusted quicker rather than later. Has to handle the first ball, does so perfectly. And she gets a bit of speed from Jansu as well. 11-8 lead. This going back to Franklin. How do you like that shoulder? Frank the Tank, as she's known to USA fans. Played last year for Love Madison. Former University of Wisconsin player. Back at the service line. Defense good. And a second time of asking, does it tag the line? Yes, it does. VakifBank creeping closer. Have not let their foot off the gas. And again, back to Boskovic. They've kept their big scorer on court. Has tagged it on the way through. 12-9 is the lead. Rossetti underneath. We're looking for a player that's seen it all, been through it all, the 32-year-old former VakifBank player. Just sneaking underneath. Oh, Bogu. Kalor down the middle. Boskovic doing what Boskovic does. Those two have been the superstars for this VakifBank side. They continue to deliver over and over. Look at the height. Look at the reach. Rossetti, an elite level player on all accounts. Rossetti goes line. Pocketing Boskovic. One point, then another point. We could be tied up. Right now down by 2. Kokova has been targeted pretty much this entire set. Doesn't matter if she handles it, as does Abogu. And VakifBank are looking good for a 5-set win. Best middle blocker of Love on her team last year in Austin. Austin taking on Atlanta tonight. Match point. And Scandicci, don't let go. They are still in it. It's on the right side, doing all she's asked, and Guidetti not happy with that close of the block. Match point again. Markova to close it out, and she finally does it. VakifBank retain the top spot of the pool with a dominant 5th set. It was neck and neck. Italian coaches sharing a couple of words. This is the Champions League match we were hoping for. A 5-set thriller between two of the best in the world. VakifBank coming out on top over Scandicci. The way that Markova came out on top on that final swing. High Flying are the attackers of VakifBank. Giving all the glory to her outside hitter. Hugely disappointing for Scandicci, who won the first 2 sets. Had every intention of taking this match in 3 or 4 sets, which would have put them in contention for top of the pool. Unable to do it. That final 4th set, that final point where they crawled back in, shows you exactly what Scandicci have. Able to come out on top here, but they will have a chance to play again. There, Gunesh gets the MVP. Excellent performance from her at the net, offensively, defensively. We pay a lot of attention to those big swingers in Moskovic and Markova, but do not forget your middles. These are the players that help you with transition. They help you open up the net, establish some different zones. So Gunesh has a quick interview that we cannot hear.
The team is playing great, and I think this volleyball was the top level of the world. And I want to say thank you all the spectators who is coming to here to support us.
And you are in quarterfinal as a group leader now. What do you think about this?
We will just enjoy this game, and then we will see forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Huge congratulations to Zara, MVP of the night. Big night. It all came down to this. Who was going to take the top of the pool? And again, the importance of that, as mentioned in the interview, means you go straight on to the quarterfinals. Scandicci, as the 2nd place, will have to play off before they have a chance to reach that quarterfinal phase. Every 2nd place pool winner, plus the top-ranked 3rd, will play off for a chance to go on. Golden ticket, however, goes VakifBank's way, and they will have a little bit of rest, put their feet up for the next round. There's a final look at the score lines. The ones I am putting my eyes on. That 4th set, 28-26. 4 set points it took. As a reminder, if that had gone the way of Scandicci, it would have come down to points as to who would have moved on automatically. Big match, as we expected, a 5-setter between these 2 teams. There is the final rankings of the pool. VakifBank sitting on top. Scandicci right behind. Unlikely to get that lucky 3rd spot. Alba Blage